and welcome to GamedropZone.com's Dropcast. I'm Carl Shimon, it's 2015, you're Matthew Kershaw, and I'm looking at a picture of Gabe Newell in a video game. Is this Half-Life 3? Am I living a fever dream?
Does he look better than he did, a couple months ago, where he looked like he was dying?
Well, he's not doing crack in this picture, so probably yes. I know the picture you mean. He looked quite rough, let's say.
Well, all of, I don't want to say old developers, but, look at Gabe Newell in his prime compared to now, and it's just terrible.
Yeah, it's just a dark descent.
It's
John Matrick got better, didn't he?
Do you remember that Bill Gates picture?
Oh, shit, the one where he's, leaning over the old PC.
Yeah.
Looking really aroused. He's got his hands around this grey IBM. Yeah, I know the one.
Oh, it's amazing.
Memories. So what have you been up to? It's a new year. You must have been doing something over the break.
Let's see. I've been playing lots of Battlefield 4 since I just bought Battlefield 4 Premium. I've been doing work for our university stuff. And I have been sleeping in till probably the midday and then being up all night. My sleep schedule was just destroyed.
Well, that's nothing new. I'm pretty sure your sleep schedule is fucked on a week-to-week basis anyway.
Yeah, but it would usually mean I'm going to bed at 3 or 4 a.m. and waking up at maybe 1 p.m. at latest. This was I would be up all night, go to sleep at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and then wake up at 8 o'clock in the afternoon and be up all night.
That's dumb.
It was dumb, but because I was up all night on Sunday, it allowed me to watch Wrestle Kingdom 9, something I had no interest in watching. I just put it on because I wanted to pull myself away from work.
Is that the... I've been hearing a lot about Japanese wrestling on my Twitter feed. Is that related, or is Wrestle Kingdom 9 something else?
Wrestle Kingdom 9 was New Japan Pro Wrestling's pay-per-view sort of thing. Never watched Japanese wrestling, I just had it on as background noise, and it was actually alright. Is it kind of like Sushi Hair, or is it just wrestlers? There's a lot swooshy hair and really swag things. It didn't really sell me on Japanese wrestling because I wasn't really watching it, but in the first hour they probably had 5 wrestling matches, where, as opposed to Raw last Monday night, in an hour they probably had 2 matches, several commercials, several promos, or flashbacks or replays. It was just so different.
Yeah, well, hopefully I'll soon be able to watch it, because rumor has it, Vince McMahon said himself that January 19th, is it? We're getting the WWE Network.
Just forget about the whole, here's November for free so nobody has to pay for it. You too, UK, oh wait, you're not getting the network yet. You now have to pay for it.
I feel like this is a running joke. That's been the case since this podcast was born.
Yeah.
Every week it's been, so is the wrestling network coming up yet? No. I should just watch the Japanese stuff.
You can buy that for 999 yen. But
much?
Yeah.
Sounds cheap.
It's really cheap. It's £3, I think.
Like a Steam sale one.
They bumped up the UK network price. Originally it was $6.66, and now they've bumped it up to $9.99.
All right.
I guess because they're giving Sky a cut of it, because they're the ones who basically held them back in November.
Yeah. Well, it's also the UK, so we get fucked on every price ever.
Which sucks, but if you bought it through the American one for $9.99 or $9.99, you still had to pay for an American proxy or unblock.us or something like that, which would cost about £3 anyway. So you're paying the exact same thing, basically.
The same thing here is to just not watch wrestling.
Wrestling's great, though.
Let's be honest, it's not good.
This isn't about wrestling, this is about video games. What have you been playing?
I've bought all sorts of shit in Steam sales. I've been playing 10 minutes of every visual novel on there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've just been bashing my head against shit, because I'm not really... I finished Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
Basically Boxing Day. In kind of a sweaty haze of not going outside for 3 days, I basically just played that game through. And then started playing Fire Emblem, so that was another 2 days of sweat and anime hair and stuff. It was great game. And then since then, I've just kind of been lost, playing bits of stuff. not really doing much with my time.
I wouldn't take you for the sort of person to play visual novels.
Well, I can't go out to see people because I'm in such a state right now. I've got to imagine I'm talking to them. The sad part is they're not even visual novels. The one I've been into most recently is like a demo of a visual novel, and I don't know when the actual novel's coming out because it's a Japanese Twitter account and I can't discern any of it. Like 4 different companies and one of them has adult in the name, so I'm really worried. But
I can read like hiragana and a bit of katakana. I can decipher maybe a few.
I don't know if I want to read it though. That's the thing. But yeah,
So-
I don't know. It's been weird.
Are you going to play Katua Shoujo, maybe?
No, but I was
Oh.
reading somebody posted a piece not long ago, like somewhere on the internet, that I was reading about it, and its deep impact on their mind or whatever. So I might play it.
It really affected me after playing it. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, I want to. But I don't know. It's like a time investment, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
like anime. I start watching these animes. I get 1 episode in, and then I'm like, oh, this isn't immediately interesting because no anime ever is. And then I just throw it away, move on to something else.
Yeah.
I have been watching. We discussed on one of the videos. I watched Terror for Mars.
Oh, yeah.
I watched the first episode. Like I say, that was poor. And then I watched that other one I was talking about, reading about, which was Old Noah Zero. Like the kind of, I've heard it described as a Dark Gundam. And that was pretty interesting, but it's like the anime syndrome where they blow their load in the opening scene.
Yeah.
Just like all these explosions and this like people you don't know dying and stuff. It's like,
What's it
come
called?
on. Old Noah Zero.
Oh, no. I watched a movie with my friend Dean recently. I think it was Noah's Ark.
That sounds like something he would watch,
It was awful. It just reminded me of that.
Is Noah's Ark like a film or an anime? Or I can't imagine him watching anime.
It's like a film with Russell Crowe about he's building the Ark back in like biblical times, and there's like a war going on, and there's these weird guardian rock people defending the Ark. It's super weird.
Yeah, because when I think of the Bible and the Ark, I obviously think of rock people.
But
This is why Hollywood shouldn't be allowed to touch anything. Did you hear Ghost in the Shell movie?
I heard that, yeah.
Ghost in the Shell, big hot anime from the 90s or whatever. And is it Scarlett Johansson? Or one of those other white actresses playing the main character?
I don't know. I heard about it. I just didn't look into it. I've never actually watched or read Ghost in the Shell, so I wasn't really interested.
I've read the first book. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk. I love that shit. And it's like really old anime, so all the people look weird. It doesn't look anything like mod. It's Scarlett Johansson, yeah. I can't believe it. Why would you put her as a character? She's not even Asian.
I don't know. But it's like the thing where the Attack on Titan movie, all the actors in that are going to be Japanese, and it doesn't look right.
No. But I don't remember, but I thought Ghost in the Shell was in Tokyo. And I'm pretty sure they all have Japanese names, so they shouldn't be white.
Well, I don't know.
But yeah, you're right. Attack on Titan's predominantly German or European at least.
Yeah.
I think they should get blonde-haired actors doing Japanese voiceover. And it would be super weird. You wouldn't know where to look.
Yeah. Going back to, I know you talked about visual novels quickly. I still haven't played Go-Go Nippon, the game you sent me.
Oh shit! I don't even know what that is. I just saw that was on the Steam sale. I'm like, I have to buy this. I mean, I wasn't going to spend multiple pounds on it, but
I'm going to get deep into that since you bought it for me once all this work's done.
wasn't it the subtitle is my first trip to Japan or something?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm probably never going to get to go to Japan in real life. I might as well go in video game with 2 kawaii lowly girls.
Yeah, we should do something with that. Make it an ongoing series, a chapter a night sort of thing. But so tell me about Battlefield. You bought the DLC pass, the premium.
I have been meaning to buy it for a while now, but I didn't really think there was a point. I mean, Hardline is coming out sometime early this year, I think.
March 17th.
But then they announced with Battlefield 4 they were going to continue supporting it and putting out DLC for it, which will be included within Premium. So I was like, I love this game. It's amazing. It's much better than Battlefield 3 in my opinion. And I put 350-ish hours into Battlefield 3 on its own.
That's mad because that game ran at 12 frames a second on the Xbox.
I could do a lot of things in that game at 12 frames a second.
You could appreciate every scene, every muddy texture.
So yeah, I bought the DLC for it, and I'm really enjoying it. I've not been able to play much of certain DLCs because you get 4 maps per DLC, and there's 5 of them. The ones that I mainly played are the Second Assault DLC, which is maps from Battlefield 3, just
Alright, fun.
remade into this. And Gulf of Oman was just thrown in there, which is my favourite map. So that's really fun to play. The Final Stand stuff, which is all like in the future, and there's like hover tanks and railguns and stuff. And there's
Really?
and there's
I had no idea.
There's ODST drop pods.
Fuck! What are we doing?
On one map, there's like one objective at the bottom of the hill and one at the top. And at the top and bottom, there are these launchers that you get into, and you can shoot yourself up into the air in an ODST drop pod, and then fall down on the map.
How have I not seen any of this? Like, I just assumed it was like, you're going to be in some bombed-out city in, like, Eastern Europe or something. I literally have no idea that this was in the game.
It's so cool. Like, when I first saw it, I was like, what the hell's this? Got into it. I looked at a chopper because I thought it was like a railgun, like a mounted railgun. So I aim at a hovering chopper in the distance, hold down the trigger, and suddenly I'm shot across the map at like 100 miles an hour in this little tiny drop pod at a chopper. Hit the chopper out of midair and it blew it up.
Fuck. I mean, you want to talk about ethics in game journalism. It's that this has been out for multiple weeks now, and I've not heard a single word about it. What the fuck?
Don't get started on the ethics of game journalism.
What the fuck? Why aren't we playing that game? I'm gonna go buy that premium pass, like, in a minute, when we finish this.
Be prepared to install like 10 to 12 gigs of content.
That's fine. I've got mad internets now, so.
Mad internets, yeah. But
well,
like
enough that like 12 gigabytes on Xbox Live is pretty trivial.
Yeah, like I said, those 2 are the ones that I mainly played. The 3 other ones is like China Rising, which
Was that the first one? I think that
was the first one, yeah.
There's a one I got a code for with the game if you pre-ordered it or something.
Yeah, that was the first one, and I've not played much of that. There's Dragon's Teeth, which is like close quarters combat, which I've not really played much because I'm not interested in close quarters combat in like middle of North Korea.
Are they? Are we able to get maps though? If I was to buy the DLC, could we play on those maps?
Yes.
Or is it just like nobody's playing them?
There are people playing it. I just don't choose to play them.
Yeah,
So
I really enjoyed the Battlefield 3 close quarters. I know it's not what Battlefield is, but something about taking a shotgun around was just.
It's not really close quarters. It's just tiny maps, and the objectives are really close. Like with the DLC, you get Operation Metro, which is like 10 minutes of just intense combat, shooting up and down the stairs in one hallway.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's good map design, but I really enjoy it. But Operation Metro in particular was like, I kind of wish didn't they have those 2 parallel tunnels?
Yeah.
And then there would be ways you could cross between them, but there's basically 2 tunnels in. I always wished there was just one, and it was just insane.
Well, like in Battlefield 3, all the fighting goes around B, which in Battlefield 3 there was 3 entrances to it. There was like the main staircase, there was another staircase slightly further ahead, and then there was a side passage. But of course, on the 360, there was only 24 players on Battlefield 3, so it was pretty easy to get past because there weren't many people guarding it. Yeah. In this, there are like 7 different ways into B, and there are 64 players in Conquest, so it's 32 versus 32, and it's just insane. There's just explosions and gunfire everywhere.
I want to play Battlefield so bad.
But the most fun I've had so far is the Naval Strike DLC. It's like mainly focused around like ship combats. You have loads of like jet skis and those big attack boats and stuff, and the map's like really small islands, and there's just choppers flying around. It's really fun.
Do you think? Because that sounds awful to me. That's like my worst part of Battlefield.
There's a game mode called Carrier Assault, where each team has a big aircraft carrier on their side of the map, and you have to capture objectives which fire rockets into the carriers, and when the carriers lose certain health, you can board them and blow them up.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool.
That's
like one of those Halo game modes, isn't it?
I think, yeah, but nobody's playing it in Europe. I have to go into an American server if I want to play it.
It's weird. We Europeans obviously don't know quality when we see it.
Yeah, but Battlefield 4 Premium is amazing. I want to maybe write something about it.
Yeah, I'd be interested in playing some of that, maybe. I love Battlefield. We go back to it quite frequently when we play games together, which is becoming frequently rare, but... yeah, We should go back and play some of that.
Yeah.
Have you been playing anything else?
That's it. I've been playing Battlefield 4 when I have the time away from doing this work or staying up to watch wrestling.
Well, one of those sounds like a chore. I'm not sure about the work part. I started to play Metal Gear Solid 4.
Really?
Children of the Patriots. Yep.
Oh.
I'm about 6.5 hours in, maybe.
So you completed the first mission?
I think I'm 6.5 hours in. Yeah, I've watched one cutscene, played 10 minutes of gameplay. No, I've got to the point where Raiden had his badass moment in the street, you know, with all the geckos.
Oh yeah, he takes down the geckos with a sword in his mouth.
It's like just a 10-minute fight scene of Raiden, like,
Yeah.
doing insane shit. And then like another 5 minutes of him and Vamp just getting naked and stuff.
Yeah, Vamp's
So
kind of
good.
quick. I've never played MGS4 because I don't have a PS3. I've only ever watched the cutscenes for it.
Oh, it's so fucking good, dude. Like, it plays not badly.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to take it in the context of it's barely better than a PS2 game in terms of like movement and shooting.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Once you get used to like just the annoyances of like how many buttons you have to hold down just to shoot something,
Yeah.
it's pretty fun. I'm playing it
All-
on easy, so I'm not worried about deaths.
All I remember from MGS4 is the fight scene towards the end with like the microwave hallway and Raiden like killing people with a sword in his mouth. Really cool.
I've heard a lot about it. I haven't seen it though.
And
But,
and
it
the
is cool.
opening where like Snake is like, oh, what's the line that Snake says at the beginning?
He says a lot of shit in his really gravelly voice.
Something about war. Is it war never changes or is that Fallout?
Oh no, that yeah, I can't remember what the quote is though.
I used to know it. I can't remember now.
Yeah, it's that when he's like in his going into Afghanistan or something.
Yeah.
Or Africa, yeah.
And he's just like, I detect soldiers.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. But like some of the shit Kojima does just with like cameras and like the weird visual jokes he plays
Yeah.
are just insane. Like how much time was given just to like animation of really trivial shit. Like, there's this whole weird side story of like Akiba, Johnny, one of Meryl's soldiers or whatever, just like having the shits. So every other scene in this like 2-hour stretch is him like wincing over in a corner and having shit. Like
Yeah, it's a running joke. It's a running joke in Metal Gear. Like in MGS3, you meet Johnny's granddad or Johnny's grandfather, I think it is, or maybe father. And yeah, he's shitting himself as well.
yeah, I've seen it in the earlier ones because I've obviously watched 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But
I thought you watched all of the MGS4 cutscenes.
no, I haven't watched any.
Oh,
I've
so
seen bits here and there, but
me sending you that clip spoiled the ending.
I didn't watch it.
Ah, okay then.
I just saw her face. And like, it's just so much fun just delving in there and like trying to read all these like Wikipedia entries on what happened in 3 because I don't intend to play that thing.
And 3's the best one.
Yeah, well, I haven't got unlimited time and I need to finish 4 first. That's why I watched 1 and 2 because then I'd at least have the Snake story,
Yeah.
not the big boss one. But
Oh yeah.
Raiden's just so fucking cool. Like,
Really, you think Raiden's cool in MGS4?
yeah, well, what I've seen of him so far, and he's only just came into it. He's like talking about being a ninja over the thing. He's like, you gotta smell the people in the air. And as you activate your night vision, you might give away your sound to someone. You're like, it's just dumb.
He's I can't take Raiden seriously when at the beginning of Revengeance, I think he says like, I am lightning.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's so dumb.
He's so cool. He was so cool in Revengeance. I think I saw Revengeance first. I played it through before I saw Metal Gear Solid 2.
Yeah.
So I think I had the opposite reaction a lot of people did because I already saw him being awesome. And in
Well,
MGF2 he's a bit whiny.
Yeah, MGS2 is extremely whiny, but that's mainly because of Rose.
Did you say nerd? You know, the whole scene with the nodes or whatever, and kind of like, no, a node, not a nerd.
I've never played MGS2. I played like 10 minutes of it while drunk once. That's about it.
That's probably all you need, honestly. It's so fucking cool, though. MGS is so cool.
Yeah.
Like, I also played Ground Zeroes again, which took all of about 20 minutes. But, like, just when you think, like, now I know what I'm doing, I can get it done in like 20 minutes, even on hard.
Yeah.
But, probably less than that if I really tried. But when you don't know, like, just, you know, when you get that cassette and you have to listen to them, like, dragging paths through the facility,
Yeah.
like, past the flagpole and stuff to find out where she is, it's like, it's so cool. That first time I played it, it was so hard. But
Did you not know where she was immediately?
no, I got to like the section of buildings, but at this point I wasn't sure what I could go into or anything.
Yeah.
I didn't want to like alert people, so it was like just me skulking around this building for an hour.
I assume she would be in there anyway. But yeah, like you said, I did have to listen to the tape, and I was like, okay, flagpole, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, she's in the big building.
Yeah, it was I think it was a flagpole and a helicopter, what they call out. It's just,
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that whole concept was really cool. But, yeah, I've been thinking a lot about Kojima recently. Like,
That concept
weird, but...
That concept would be really cool if, in the Phantom Pain, how you can have your own mother base and you can invade players' mother bases.
Yeah.
It would be cool if, to invade them, I guess you have to find their big boss and kill them. So it'd be cool if you were flying in on the chopper to get to their mother base and you had a cassette tape that like one of your spies recorded, and it's different depending on how they lay out their mother base, so you can work out where their big boss is in their base just by the tape.
Yeah, it seems weird though, because I guess that's not part of Metal Gear Solid Online.
No.
So like, but online is included in MGS5. He said that much.
Yeah.
I don't know what that game is. Like, it sounds obscene. Just in terms of like, you can't have two big bosses fighting each other.
There are many big bosses in that game.
Yeah, but you cannot. That would be so weird. Unless you can like change your appearance or something. I guess you can with Snake and MGS4.
It's because you're not Big Boss in MGS5.
I don't want to know. To me, you are Big Boss, the one and only.
Clearly, you are Decoy Octopus.
Clearly.
And Ishmael is...
I'm actually Chico, right? He's after defensive ground zero, so he was the only one to survive.
No, Chico's quiet. Everybody knows this.
Chico is Blade Wolf.
The
He had to
biggest...
be rebuilt. Because he had no ankles left after he got those bolts put through him.
The biggest surprise in MGS5 will be if Quiet is not Chico. Nobody cares about...
Right?
Nobody cares about, like...
Chico.
Yes. I fully... And I also fully believe that you do not play Big Boss in this game.
Right. That wouldn't be the weirdest thing, I guess.
Ishmael, the guy who rescues you out of the hospital, has Kiefer Sutherland's voice. He is...
Ishmael?
Ishmael's the guy with bandages on his head. That's Big Boss. You're not Big Boss.
Right.
I'm calling it now, as
Sure.
many other people online have.
Sure. Okay.
But yeah, the whole Chico thing, that has to be true. If it's not, I'm going to be really disappointed.
I'm going to be disappointed at like Kojima's vision. He couldn't think far enough ahead to have this sex change into this sexual sniper from a kid with no legs.
It makes sense though, because Chico's grandfather was the End from MGS3, which was the most legendary sniper in the world.
Oh, is that the one where originally Kojima wanted like a 2-hour fight scene or
A
something?
2-week fight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But it makes sense. Have you seen the image of comparing Chico to Quiet to try and see their similarities?
I think you
And
showed me.
It's got like Photoshop Kojima's faces on stuff around the corners and like highlighted words. And then just the last picture is a picture of Quiet with a hot dog sausage next to her.
Why?
Because she's Chico. Oh god.
Fuck. Yeah. I'm so excited for that game.
It should be awesome.
Just gone down this Metal Gear Solid hole. It's been good.
June 21st, I think.
Yeah, that was the was that the Swedish T-shirt?
Yeah.
The rumored date, yeah. So,
you been playing
seems-
anything else other than 4?
Yeah, I've played a lot of Arma 3, kind of weirdly,
Oh.
because of Metal Gear, really, because like I needed to be at my computer so I could watch Metal Gear. I didn't want to try to play Metal Gear while watching another Metal Gear, because that's like too much Metal Gear. So the closest I could get was me setting up really stealthy scenarios in Arma. So, like, yeah, it's insane. That game's so much fun.
Wow.
I mean, it's not a game, don't get me wrong, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Only crazy people like Arma, but it's cool. It's cool.
Only crazy people like Arma.
I don't know that I like it, but there's something there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been pretty much it, really. I played all sorts. I bought the Hyrule Warriors DLC pass. Got like 20 Link outfits, so I've just been looking at them. Like, I don't know. Why not? One of them is like a Link in a Postman outfit, which is just like a wife beater and some boxes.
I bet you'd like that.
I haven't used it yet, but I've been tempted. So they added the I can't remember what it was. It might have been one of the DLCs, or maybe it's I don't know. They added the horse Epona, is it?
I don't know. I don't play not Metal Gear. Fucking what's it called? Zelda.
Zelda, yeah. Well, I think that's the name anyway. But if you're playing as Darker Link skin, which is part of the season pass, then it turns the horse dark as well. So you've got like this just black horse with black Link riding it.
That's pretty cool.
Red eyes. It's so cool. It's yeah. I basically played through all the scenarios and then spent a bit of time in adventure mode, which is that NES style, almost like a board game. And then you do challenges in between them where you move different spots. It's pretty cool. There's still two season packs to come out yet.
Yeah, I've seen a bit of that. Yeah.
So Hyrule Warrior is still fun. Still fun. Yeah, I don't think I played anything else though. Have you heard anything about this Xbox One SDK leak?
Was it a leak? I thought they announced it.
I think it was leaked. The part I'm talking about anyway, about the 7th processor core apparently being unlocked for developers.
I heard that they were going to give more power to developers, but I didn't hear anything about it.
I think they did that, if it's the one you're talking about, with the taking out Kinect functionality.
Didn't they already do that though?
Well, yeah, that's what they've done part of, but this is to like remove custom voice commands or something. So the developer won't be able to make their own voice commands if they choose to use that stuff. I think I could try to look it up now, but I think that's what it was.
I'm all for the Xbox getting more power for the games. Like, everybody harps on about 1080p 60 FPS, and if removing features like Kinect will get that, I don't know if I'm alright with that, because I like the Kinect.
I think the Kinect is the only way of navigating that dashboard successfully.
But like in games, like I like the idea of Kinect. Like Battlefield 4, for example, you can use the common rows to give to shout orders or like shout for medic or ammo and stuff like that. Or you can just use your voice, and it's really natural. Like if I'm out of ammo, I say out loud, "Damn, I need some ammo," and then the Xbox picks that up and says that in the game, and it's really handy. And I think more games should use voice commands, I think. But if removing Kinect entirely from games is the way to get, the 1080p 60 FPS, don't know if I'm alright with that.
See, the thing is, with Battlefield, if we're in a party, you don't need to do that anyway. Because I'll just, we talk in the party, I'll give you the ammo you need or whatever. And
we don't play video games together anymore.
If I'm in a game, I'm never going to shout at my TV, I need ammo. I'm just going to die because I'm not that good at Battlefield. Like, I admit that the head tracking is pretty cool. Is that for when you're in vehicles, I think?
Yeah.
Lean and shit. But come on, it's dumb. Like,
I like it. It's cool.
It's not crazy here. Like, it's funny once.
I want more games to use the Kinect. I don't want them to just remove it entirely.
I would say look at Alien, because I had the it would pick up noises in the room. And this was not I played on the PS4, so I assume it worked with the Kinect.
That's what I was just about to mention.
But it would pick up noises and shit in the room and alert the alien to you, as if you were making noise in game. That was great because I turned off all the devices in my room. Had like my computer turned off for the fans. I had my phone on silent. Just shit like that, like my DS and stuff was like no noise, nothing turned on.
Yeah.
Terrified, like door closed. I was shouting at people as they were coming up the stairs. Pausing the game and then shouting.
Pausing the game and going, "Mom, the alien's gonna find me. Go away."
Like the ideal solution, though, isn't it? Like that's the ideal integration of Kinect is when you care about it. But like you haven't played Rise: Son of Rome. That game had voice commands, and by fuck they were bad.
That's because they were mandatory. I don't like mandatory voice stuff.
You had to shout like volley every couple of minutes to make your guys fire. And this is back when the Kinect wasn't very good and it wouldn't recognize any words. So I spent Christmas morning shouting volley at my TV and like being really mad. I mean, Rise wasn't good anyway, but shit.
Yeah.
That was perhaps the worst part. But yeah, I want to see the Kinect used more, not removed. Like, it's certainly better than the last Kinect. I think the Xbox 360 Kinect sold like 5 million in the launch quarter or something.
Really?
When that came out. It was fucking huge. And look what garbage came out of that. We got like Steel Battalion, which is bad. The only game I own, and I bought one on launch, was Kinect Adventures, the pack-in one.
Yeah.
I played like 10 minutes of that when I got it. I'm like, oh, this is bad. Didn't plug the Kinect in after that. Like,
I always wanted a Kinect for the 360. I knew how bad it was, but I thought the idea of using voice commands was really cool. And the Kinect was one of the big sellers for the Xbox One for me. Like, I wanted to use the Kinect, and I like that I can lie in bed like under my covers and just navigate like YouTube using my voice.
Yeah. It's like I say, it's the only way to get around, really, isn't it? Like, you press B on the Xbox dashboard, you don't know what the fuck's going to happen. You could go back to the last screen, you could launch a new game you've been playing like 2 weeks ago. Anything's possible, like...
Yeah.
Just the way that handles, like, just basic shit. Like, if you don't know to, like, how do you get the D-pad thing up? Is that just press the D-pad?
What do you mean the D-pad?
Twice to record and press down and snap.
Oh, the snap summon. No, you double tap the guide button.
Wait, yeah, of course. There you go. It couldn't just be simple. But if you didn't know that was there, how the hell would you unsnap?
Yeah.
Like, it's not, and especially if you didn't have a Kinect. It's not good. They need to do something with that. But I'm reading here the I think it's rumored. I think it was a leaked document. It is, but they'll be able to. Developers won't be able to use custom voice commands or motion-based commands with the Kinect if they choose to use the extra power of the 7th core. But they can still use the built-in like features like record that and snap achievements.
Oh, that's alright, yeah.
So that seems to be better for both people, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's alright, I guess. But going off the Kinect, I want to talk about Pokemon real quick.
Always. I love that shit.
Have you beat the Delta episode yet?
No. Yes. Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah, I did. Oh my god, I forgot to tell you. Rayquaza. Caught it with a fucking Pokeball.
Really?
Yes, a proper Pokeball.
I got mine in a Pokeball too.
I was fucking so excited.
So, what did you think? What did you think about what happens after you capture Rayquaza?
Is that the one where you go into space? Or like spoiler alerts for Pokemon.
I told you it was dumber than the Latias bit.
Yeah, spoiler alert though for Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Just so people know. But yeah, you fucking go into space and smash an asteroid with Rayquaza. And then fight that dumb Pokemon that I don't even like, which I killed.
Oh, you killed it?
I didn't mean to. But my Absol was just... Like, my fucking Absol was floating in space. Somehow battling this comet Pokemon thing. Fucking dumb. Like, and then you had that all weird, like, fake, creepy romance with May that's been going on the entire time.
I really like that bit, like, when you start the Delta episodes and like, oh, we have this extra ticket, what should we do with it? I was there, like, looking at my DS going, let me invite May, please.
No. They should have made, like, Wally older, and then had you even choose a romance option between Wally or May, because May is so shit. She only battles you, like, twice as well.
No, she battles you a couple times.
Not like the, Black and White, or Black and White 2. You know, whichever one was really competitive.
Yeah.
I would like battle you every time you entered a new zone, a new route or something.
You leave a cave and all your Pokemon are half dead, and suddenly like this asshole Hugh comes out of nowhere and starts battling you.
Yeah. I liked him because he was awesome. Was that the one that got really angry and would like at the end of every scene would chase somebody off screen or something?
Yeah.
Like, they're interesting companions. Like May is just so pathetic. It's like, here, let me heal your Pokemon. Yeah. Bye. Like, fuck you.
I liked May just because but I think it was mainly because she was just being like the fucking kawaii sort of person when you meet her outside the Sutopolis or the Cave of Origin, and she's like, "You can do it. I believe in you."
Yeah, that's exactly your kind of trope. Your characters.
It was cute. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, it's so bad. I cocked up because I got really excited when I the gym leader in the Morville town city.
The electric gym.
Yeah.
Watson.
Well, I forgot that they had that all weird like side plot where you could go into that old Morville.
Yeah.
And like I got there basically right before I did the Delta episodes. I'm like, oh shit, this new stuff opened up. I was super excited. And I was like, oh great, I'm in this bunker with a lot of Voltorbs that are half my level.
I did that after the Delta episodes. I was like, I really want to get the Thunderbolt TM to teach to one of my Pokemon. And so I had to go and find Watson and go and do that.
I thought it was new though. Like, I got so excited about it. It's fucking...
No.
My own fault. I should have like researched it, but it's such a mood kill that like basically put me off Pokemon. I haven't touched it like since except to beat Rayquaza.
I was on Cerebi looking at the Poke-Earth and finding all like the like after game stuff, like stuff that you couldn't access because you needed Waterfall or Dive, and I've been doing that.
I've been doing well, I did a few for a couple of days of like the Mirage Islands and Forest and stuff.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool. I was just going to each one for like 3 days there and collecting all the Pokemon on the island. I got Cobalion.
I can't do them because I don't have a C-stick.
Oh,
Yeah, it
well,
sucks.
it's quite bad. I can always
I,
send you them to you if you want, and just collect 2 of the Pokemon.
it's fine. Like, I have like pretty much all of the Pokemon, including the legendaries you can capture in through those portals, just on other games, which I'll just transfer over with the Pokebank.
Yeah.
Now I have like maybe 4 Kyogres and like 3 Rayquazas.
It's dumb.
It's really dumb.
It's dumb. I don't even use the legendaries anyway. Like, it's
Yeah,
not something I've ever been interested in. But yeah.
I'm happy just training Pokemon from the start and having a team like that.
Another spoiler, I guess. I thought the way you get a second starter Pokemon after the Delta episode was really cool.
Oh yeah, where he's getting attacked again.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was like Chikorita and then, wasn't it?
It was Chikorita,
generation.
Cyndaquil. It was the second gen stars, yeah.
Yeah.
I spoiled that for myself. Like I knew that was coming after you beat the Delta episodes, which kind of sucks.
I thought it was awesome. I didn't know what was happening. I thought I'd been like playing for too long and I was having like I don't know, fever dream or something. I thought I just like missed out 4 days of my life and gone back to the start of Pokemon.
You can get the other stars from the other generations too. I just can't remember how.
Yeah, I got a Froakie on Wonder Trade, which is weird, and a Charmander, but yeah, it's pretty cool. That game's cool.
I need to transfer my Pokemon over when I get Pokebank.
I was tempted to get that, but then I'd have to get a Pokemon. I'd have to get like X and Y or one of them.
I think you might enjoy X and Y.
I think I would, but I'm just not in the mood for it now. Like
the trainers are the same as May was, where it's like they're friendly rivals. It's no actual like hardcore kick your ass rival.
I want my like rival to want to like slit my throat or I don't know.
I want to
be
get
volatile and unstable.
I want a rival like Blue from the original games, or maybe just Fire Red and Leaf Green, where he was like just this cocky asshole, and every time you beat him, he was like, "Yeah, but I let you win. I have more Pokemon. See you later."
Yeah, that's what I want. Just like proper actual rival. I don't want weird like Nintendo romance. It's never good.
Oh, there's a really spoilers for X and Y. There's this really weird bit in X and Y where you're watching fireworks in some like rich guy's mansion with Shauna, which is like she looks like an 8-year-old girl, and you watch the fireworks with her, and she's like, "This is the first time I've watched fireworks alone with a boy."
Oh God!
And no, it gets worse because after the whole firework cutscene happens, she leaves, and a guy walks up to you and gives you the TM for protect.
Fuck, that's so weird.
It's
like that had to go through multiple levels of committee at Nintendo, and Miyamoto like stormed out of the room on that meeting.
No, he was fine. He's the one who wanted you to have protection.
Fucking Iwata's just like blushing in the corner. Oh. God damn it, Nintendo. Like, whoever's in charge of the Pokemon division needs to, like, step up their shit. I want the dark Pokemon. I want, like, Pokemon Coliseum, but really dark. Where it's, like, proper 3D. Only on the Wii U, and it's, like, the last game to come out on the Wii U or something.
Yeah.
It's, like, super dark, and nobody ever wants to talk about it after it came out.
I'd buy a Wii U for that. That or Animal Crossing U, which I think is next year.
Is that a thing that's going to happen? That might get me to play it.
Because they make one on the handheld, like they had one for the DS, and then they made one for the Wii, and now there's a 3DS one, and so there will be a Wii U one at some point.
Alright, I'll play it, review it, and talk about how shit Animal Crossing is and break your heart.
Fucking Isabella. Or Isabel.
I've heard so many things about Animal Crossing that I just don't want to play it. I don't want to have to turn the game on every day. I don't want it to be like Destiny, but somehow less fun.
I can't play it because I broke my C-stick. Lyman's gonna leave my town. I've already had my favorite, like a couple of my favorite villagers leave already, and it made me super depressed.
I guess even if you don't turn on the game, it'll still happen, won't it?
Yep.
That's fucking Nintendo, man. Make your broken dreams. Is there anything else you want to talk about then?
No, I'm gonna cry.
Do you think you can hold off for a few minutes?
Maybe.
Okay. Here's news. I just refreshed my Twitter feed. Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires gets a new release date for the PS4, Xbox One, and PS3, and Steam. Looks like it's going to be the 24th of February. So look forward to that. Empires is awesome. It's got like a whole real-time strategy side to it. It's pretty cool.
Never
choose your generals and stuff. It's like the closest thing to Dynasty Warriors visual novel you'll get. Great. It's great. Can't wait. I also want to check out that WWE Immortals game for the iPhone.
Oh, have you seen the artwork for that?
I saw a picture of like Sheamus in like a Viking outfit or something.
Oh, you need to see the Triple H one. It's amazing.
I don't know what that is. Like, I know it's made. I can't remember the name. There's a mobile developer, and NetherRealms are attributed to it. But I don't know what environment NetherRealms have. They're obviously the Mortal Kombat developers.
Yeah.
So it could be pretty cool. I mean, it's a phone game, so at some point, what you're expecting, but
I
want to check that out.
Yeah,
it's exciting.
But it looks really cool.
Imagine if like NetherRealm took over the WWE license, and like you just got 2K out of there and Yuke's out of there, and we had like badass wrestling games. We could pull the heart out of people.
That'd be kind of cool.
Become the real cerebral assassin.
I can't take any more. Stop.
I keep seeing this picture of Gabe Newell in Dota, and I don't know what's happening. What is this world? Yeah. So one thing before we go, by the time this podcast goes up, I suspect the first part will already be up. But we're going to start a new feature on the site, which is I haven't picked a name for it yet, but it's going to be kind of like maybe regarded as like an opinion piece or like a column would be in a magazine or something. It's going to be like shit that's on my mind at the time of writing.
Ah, okay.
And I hope it to be like every week is my idea.
Yeah.
So probably about Wednesday, which is why I hope it'll be up before this is up. My plans for the first one involve why I think Alien Isolation Amanda Ripley is like a good character. I mean, we discussed it a bit on the Game of the Year. She's like not much of a character, and then I've seen a lot of contrast on Twitter recently of people saying like she's either really great and can't explain why, or that she's like a shit. People who came to the game away or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm looking into that for a bit of my first piece.
Okay.
So that's going to be up, and I'm excited about that.
I
have some ideas where it'll go. I don't want it to be like a soapbox thing, though. I don't want to have like this antagonistic column where every week I write something shitty about games.
Yeah.
I want it to be like, just, observations. Sometimes they'll be bad, sometimes they'll be good. So,
maybe I might steal your idea, and like I said, I was going to write something about Battlefield 4, and maybe I'll do that in one of those sort of column things.
Yeah, because like, there's been no games out recently, so I haven't been able to review anything since AC Unity.
Oh, God.
And I just wanted to do something in that kind of like, just like a critical look, if you like.
Yeah.
Just something wider. Maybe like from a game years ago. Not necessarily like a dusting off, but
yeah. See,
different thing with that.
A couple maybe days ago, I was wondering, like you said, I was just thinking about games, and I was wondering like why, like, do you remember when games used to cost £30?
No, never.
I do, and I remember
buying games as a kid. So
the games you would get then had more content than the games they have now in them, and it just made me wonder, like, why is this becoming a thing where we're paying more for less content?
Thing is, I've been thinking about, as part of this thing, I've come up with ideas, and I've been thinking a lot about Metal Gear. So, in a way, like, going back to Playground Zeroes, it's like maybe 3 hours of content, would you say?
Yeah, probably.
Like, with the challenges, and once you've done the main thing through once. But it was like half price, which, again, is still quite expensive, 3 hours. But, like, I enjoyed every moment I had with that. I've played it, like, 3 times now. All I can look at that thing as a respect. And yet, you play something... I don't know, look at something like Skyrim, right? That had lots of space, and people spent hundreds of hours in it. But really, the content there was pretty shit, right? The gameplay is bad. The writing is, like, childish almost.
Yeah, like, I played on the 360 originally, and I felt like there was a lot of stuff that just wasn't in the game or wasn't there. And then eventually, when I got it on PC, mods sorted that out for me, and it's the argument with, I guess, any Bethesda game where it's this big open thing that you spend lots of time in, but there's not much there until you start modding it.
Yeah, like...
Which isn't part of the base game to begin with, so you're not paying for those mods.
It's like the Destiny thing, isn't it? Like, Destiny's... You can see the progression of that game from level 1 to level 20. I saw it in about 6 hours, I think my total time was. And that's with, like, seeing all the multiplayer maps, playing all the content that was in the game at launch. Obviously, the raid came a week later. And then they try to say, like, oh, this is going to be this living, breathing world where every week there's going to be new shit. Like, I don't consider having to replay content that I've already seen to be new content. So when you look at Destiny, it's like, yeah, that's like a 6-hour game, which is somehow shorter than Call of Duty and has less in it. But I don't subscribe to the idea that a longer game equals more value for money.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like
It's like
I think
like you
Ground
said,
Zero is my sweet spot. Like
you
3 hours, £25. Like
when you were talking earlier about like Karawa Shoujo, for example, how it like affected so many people, including me afterwards. Took me 5 hours to play through. I think it was Lily's Roots, and that affected me more than like any game or most games I buy now and play.
yeah, I mean, it's like the age-old thing, isn't it? Like, do you play indies or do you play AAA games? Because there's like basically a £35 price difference now.
Mm.
Give or take, obviously the regions are different, but I don't know. Sometimes I can buy like £3 games on Steam and get less out of that than I do for paying like at some point I got more out of Assassin's Creed Unity than I'm going to out of like the 10 games I've purchased on Steam in the last week. And they're probably better than Unity is. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not interested. Like at some point, I would rather play more games that are different than longer games. It's like, well, how do you feel about DLC? Like, I'm happy to pay for DLC for games I like, but then you always get that contingent of people who are like, this should have been in the game originally.
I'm torn on DLC. Like I said, I think that games are getting less content in them compared to how they used to have because DLC is a thing now. And it's like you can make a game and you can be like, well, we'll make this game this way and then we'll add DLC later on to carry it on, which I don't think is the right way. I think it should be, we're going to make this game and we might make DLC if people want it rather than saying, yeah, we're definitely going to make DLC no matter what. And we're going to not necessarily cut, like, it's hard to tell when content's been cut out of the game and not. Because really, when games go gold, they can't do any more development on it, so what do they do in that meantime? They make DLC for later on.
Yeah, like, I think Destiny's interesting because that game has so little content, and then they're charging a £35 season pass, or it's basically £40 for the two things if you buy them separately. And we've played everything in the first act, the Dark Below, and that was like, what, 3 hours? Maybe. A few more if you factor in the raid, and that gets shorter every time you play it because you know what you're doing. Like that's not good. That's not good value for £20 anyway, and it's certainly not good value when you're now paying £60 for what's there. But,
yeah.
I don't know, but at some point I'll happily put like £100 worth of microtransactions into like the Mass Effect multiplayer, and get a ton of fun out of that, and I don't regret a minute of it.
Like with DLC, I've got no problem with buying DLC for games I like. I just don't want the stuff I'm buying to feel like it was in the game or should have been in the game originally. Like Call of Duty map packs, for example, they're just new maps. There's nothing really there. Same with like Battlefield, it's just new maps. So I don't feel like they necessarily were cut from the game at all.
Thing is, I don't know about you, but I don't care about map packs, really.
No, neither do I. If I cared about them, I would have bought the Battlefield 4 map pack back when I first bought Battlefield 4.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to buy the premium now because you've mentioned it, and I need something to do with my time. So that makes sense, but I don't know, like that doesn't excite me. The idea of more multiplayer maps in my DLC is not going to get me to buy a season pass.
Yeah.
But, like, there's no season pass for Dragon Age, which is interesting because they're probably going to put out a ton of content for that because I don't know how it's sold, but they always have for the BioWare games. And they'll have like single player, and by the sounds of it, more free multiplayer. They've already released some.
See, I don't know about you, but I was big into Call of Duty. Like, I had a group of people I would always play COD with, and we'd buy all the map packs, and I'd spend hours a day coming back home from, like, high school and playing COD with them. And now I don't know if it's just because I'm getting older and, I guess, more mature in a way, but I just don't care about map packs anymore. I don't care about, like, oh, I can go and pay, like, £12 and play these 4 new maps for hours on end. It's, like, it's not really interesting to me.
Yeah. Well, I look at it kind of like the Halo 5 beta.
Yeah.
Like a year ago, maybe 2, I would have happily thrown like dozens of hours into that thing already. And now I just have like no interest in playing any more of it.
Yeah.
Well, I know like in a year's time I'm going to be playing it, and it's going to actually mean something then. I'm going to have a level. It's going to be better. I'm going to be better at it.
I mentioned Call of Duty before. I don't think like I just bought the Battlefield 4 maps, for example. But I think that's different. Like you say with Halo 5 Guardians, I would have put hours into the multiplayer on that. I should have already put hours into the Master Chief Collection multiplayer, but I just don't because I'm not interested in competitive multiplayer anymore. I don't see Battlefield 4 as competitive multiplayer as much as I just see I can go on and piss around in this game and blow stuff up with C4 and run people over with jets and stuff.
Yeah, I almost view Battlefield as I view GTA. At least when I'm playing with you. Like, it's just me and you blowing shit up, like you said. And not really playing a game so much.
I wonder if it's just us, or do other people feel this way, where it's just competitive multiplayer is just dying?
I don't know, but like I put hours into Titanfall. I put hours into Destiny's Crucible, and I love both of them. And I'll happily go and play more. You know, I want to put more time to COD, but yeah, I guess when you compare it to what I was playing in these games, like I played so much COD 6. Like it was everything I was playing every day.
Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, Modern Warfare 2. And like similarly, I played a ton of Rainbow Six Vegas 2. But I wonder if it's just like whatever you play at that age, sort of thing.
I wonder if it's just because we don't have as much time as we used to.
Oh, I have a lot of time. I mean, I'm like running a job and doing other shit, but I still have a lot of time. I could be leveling up characters. I don't know. Why would I rather play hours of Hyrule Warriors than I would Call of Duty? I don't have the answers anymore.
I'm interested, if anybody listens to this, I would be interested to read what you think of whether or not you still play like Call of Duty or Halo or any sort of competitive multiplayer. I guess first-person shooter we'll limit it to, because I don't really care about people going, oh, I still play League of Legends or Dota. It's like, shut up.
There's such a different thing, though. Like,
yeah, I mean,
around Dota.
I mean, first-person shooters. If you still play first-person shooters competitive, like any sort of first-person shooter online.
Well, clearly people do, because they're still selling huge. But you're right. I would be.
Is it though? Because Call of Duty pre-orders have gone down. Halo pre-orders have gone down.
Well, Halo. Let's be honest. The last Halo was a shambles.
Yeah.
Especially in the multiplayer department. But I don't know. Like at some point, you're on new consoles. People are less excited about the old consoles. There's less people on the new consoles. Ooh, news. PS4 sold over 18 million so far.
80 million no games.
18 million.
81
million software sales.
News again. Minecraft for PC just sold 18 million copies.
18 million?
18 million on just PC. Not
in low though. I mean, I guess mobile is going to be like 4 or 5 times that, if not more.
Yeah, and it's not including consoles in there either, which has like a couple million as well.
So on the subject of Minecraft, my cousin, who is a completely normal child, maybe like 6 years old probably.
Yeah.
He always played Minecraft on the phone, has been for like a few months now. He's like way into it.
Yeah.
And he recently got an Xbox 360 for Christmas, and a copy of Minecraft, and he can't play it. And so I was asking his mother actually, because I don't talk to him, but I was like, well, why does he can't play it? Like, he's obviously played it before. It's Minecraft. Perfect for kids.
Yeah.
But I guess it's the creation mode. Is it not in the... It's either not in the 360 version, or he doesn't know how to get to it or something.
What do you mean, the creation mode?
In the mobile, you have like basically an inventory full of blocks in one of the modes.
The creative modes?
Maybe.
That's in the 360.
Alright, well he can't find it then, because he was like, he could not play it because he didn't have the patience to go and find things. And he couldn't believe that was how he was meant to play the game, and he's like lost interest in it completely. When
you create a game, you can choose survival, and if you click survival, it changes it to creative.
Alright, yeah. I think I remember that now. I don't think I've ever tried it on the 360 though, but... yeah, and he was like, I was so surprised that a kid who has nothing but time can't play the most time-consuming game out there.
See, I love Minecraft survival mode. Like, I get bored of it quite quickly in worlds. Like, I have a world that I've put like probably hundreds of hours into, where I found a witch hut and I made a contraption to spawn the witches and kill them so I could get their drops, and I hollowed out like this 500 by 500 area and filled it with water so nothing else could spawn in it. And I lit up all the caves to maximize the spawns and stuff, and I built this complicated redstone contraption to collect the drops and sort it into chests on its own. And I just love doing like the really technical stuff in the game, but when it comes to actually building something, like trying to build a house, I just can't do it, and I just lose interest.
Yeah, I never really got into the shit that you do. So I played about a dozen hours with one of my other friends, and that was like it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go back. It was fun, don't get me wrong, it was really cool, but...
Minecraft is the most fun when you play it with somebody. Like, I remember coming home, like I said, back when I used to play Call of Duty with a group of people, there was one person that I would play Minecraft with, and I'd get home from school, go on Xbox Live, sit and chat with him for hours on Xbox Live while playing on some random server on the PC version of Minecraft. And we'd just piss around, and it'd be amazing fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder, like, if the games are changing, or is it just us getting older and more jaded?
Probably a little both.
I don't know, I still enjoy... I now play more video games than ever, and I think they're better. So...
But what about the game journalism, Kyle? The most important thing about video games?
I wouldn't know anything about that. Those words you just said.
Hashtag Gamergate.
I'm not like...
Not your shields.
Fucking, right. I'm not going to get into this, but to me, like, journalists, like, learn shit, like, uncover things, interview people, you know, they do journalistic things. I write reviews about why I think games are occasionally good. Mostly shit. Like, we don't even do news, really. A lot of people don't do news, but they're still assumed to be game journalists. And then you get people who do the same thing, but are only on YouTube. And their opinions are, like, completely fine. Nobody cares whether or not they're being biased or objective is the key word, I guess.
Yeah.
So fucking weird. Like, that shit's all fucked.
No,
that's kind of, bringing it back to that column, that's kind of really what it is. It's kind of like the reviews. It's just, here's my take on this. Here's what I'm thinking of this week. We
should wrap this up now. We've been going a while, and I don't want to start ranting about Gamergates.
No. Like, there's nothing to rant about there. Everyone's heard every angle.
I don't know. I think it's fucking stupid, but we're not going to rant about it.
Oh, I think the great, like, high school philosophy that everyone likes to throw at each other on Twitter is amazing. But, yeah, like you said, none of that. But yeah, that's kind of what I want the column to be, like the kind of discussion we just had there. Like, here's just an idea, like, it may have no base. You know, I'll do a bit of research, we'll talk a bit about it. And I would love to hear what people think of that, and, like, the shit we talk about.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting. Be really interesting. But I think that's us.
Yep, that's us.
So, yeah, adios.
Ciao.